Hi, I'm Kristin Pelletier, founder of KP Consulting. For my 20 years in dentistry, I know that one of the biggest challenges for every practice is keeping their patients active in the practice. If you're struggling with last-minute cancellations and no-shows, it may be a deeper sign of a broken system that will ultimately cause patients to fall through the cracks. Many practices who are struggling with this issue think that charging a cancellation fee will fix the problem. That could be part of the solution, but that by itself is not the answer. You have to effectively set expectations, communicate value, and handle cancellation calls appropriately to have a complete cancellation protocol. Once all three of those components are in place, then last-minute cancellations and no-shows become a small, isolated problem. If you try to fix this problem with a cancellation fee alone, you're only going to frustrate your patients and may, in the long run, cause some of them to leave. Here's what I mean by effectively setting expectations. Start by taking a look at what you say each and every time you schedule an appointment. Are you communicating your expectations if they can't keep the appointment? An example of a good communication when you're making the appointment is as simple as saying, "Mr. Patient, I'm reserving an hour on my schedule for you next week. And because we're reserving this time just for you, we ask that you give us a minimum of 24 hours notice if you need to make a change." This language does two things. First, it lets them know that you reserved the time just for them. And secondly, you've told them if something does change to please let you know with at least 24 hours notice. Another example of that could be on a more advanced procedure, one that takes longer than an hour. You might say, "We've reserved our entire morning for you, and should you need to make a change, doctor asks that you give at least 48 hours notice." You could even say a week. Whatever the expectation is, just make sure that you clearly communicate it with your patients. I urge you to focus on setting clear expectations as well as creating value and handling cancellation calls more effectively before you even consider a cancellation fee. You'll find this will go a long way toward reducing the number of last-minute cancellations and no-shows. After all of this is in place, then you can consider how a cancellation fee will add the final touch to your entire cancellation protocol.